Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Yellow. He can't hang. Attack, attack. 50.
Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They go play fake. Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
From the 24, Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught, Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
I'm going to come back to you.
They go with a fullback line. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so it looked like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? He's going to take off with it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They go play action here on first down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Mahomes now on first down. He finds Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, the linebacker DeMario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A.J. Klein coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, and he's going to go down again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And the pressure gets to him again. Manti Te'o. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Check, check, check. I got you, boy. Rush in. Rush in.
Breeze now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, 40 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken near the 13. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally. I would
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So here we go on fourth down with Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Matt Rule up from the college ranks to Carolina. And for the Giants, Joe Judge. Any surprises in your mind?
Well, I think you start with Joe Judge going to the Giants, coming from New England, where he was the special teams coach for most of his career, and this season added wide receivers to his duties. Well regarded within the ranks of the NFL. Not much known about him to the outside world. It's kind of a reveal to everyone. Joe Judge, people will now get to know who he is, because most people thought Matt Rule was going to go to New York. He ends up in Carolina. And then, of course, Ron Rivera, he would have been a candidate for Dallas. He would have been a candidate for New York, as well as Washington. And Washington never let him out of the building. That was a big-time hire for them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Breeze now. This is complete to Michael Thomas.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Shotgun now for Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
1st down, Saints.
Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
21.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's the fullback, Zach Line. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Try to run it in with Line, the fullback. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. This is Zach Line, the fullback. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Eluding the pressure right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Over.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A touchdown is paramount here on 1st and goal, but got to be careful. Don't want to leave too much time on the clock for Drew Brees. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And that's caught by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Back to throw, Brees. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brees. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Down at the 1, and they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with a fullback line. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun